Okay.
Hey, welcome to episode 95. We Made It podcast. Back in the building. We are doing another video. Caesar want to take me out the video frame.
No, I don't.
Why are you trying to take the lotion out, dog? Let the lotion stay in the video. Episode 90.
I wasn't trying to do that.
Episode 95. Caesar got 5 TVs, by the way. Are you going to do the Portuguese or what?
95.
Okay, all right.
What do you mean, all right? Like,
we got 5 more left, and then you're going to be struggling.
No, is that what you really think?
Yeah,
you know what's funny? I was walking home, I was like, damn, I got to get my hundreds up.
Exactly. Anyway, episode 95, We Made It podcast. Today is February 20th, still Black History Month. What have you done? We're going to be talking about some black issues later. Somebody probably turned it off right now when we said that. Yeah, after...
You think we lost everybody?
Yeah, they were like, what?
We think stayed.
Please. We will be talking about... You guys might know already, after Champions League match days, we always start off with the game recaps. I didn't watch any games this weekend. It's all Champions League for me. I'm going to go ahead and start out. Caesar, let me just say this. I watched Lyon versus Barca. Caesar watched Liverpool Bayern. I watched Schalke versus Man City, and Caesar watched...
Bleep versus Atleti.
Atleti versus Bleep.
Atleti versus Bleep.
Yes. So,
question before we start. Is it home team first on the name, then away second?
Look at this American sports fan. Yeah, it's home team first in soccer. Yeah. But I don't know what MLS does though.
I definitely don't care about that.
Damn.
Wasn't even asking.
Okay, so yeah, Lyon versus Barca. I was really excited for this game. Obviously, I watch Ligue 1 a lot. I watch a lot of Lyon games. The camera's there, buddy.
I'm doing a Zoom.
You're doing it on my head.
Just talk.
We're doing a video for this episode. It'll be on YouTube. So go ahead and check that out. You can check it out, WeMadeItPodcast.com, on our Twitter, @WeMadeItPodcast. So you're the worst. But yeah, I was really excited for this game, Lyon versus Barca. I watched
chewing food.
Damn, I don't have none. I just started chewing that box. I've watched a lot of... I watched Lyon. I can't say I watched a lot of Lyon games this season. I watched a few. And I've watched a decent amount of Barcelona games this season. Mostly just to see how bad Luis Suarez is. Before I start the game... everybody knows the game ended 0-0. Before I start the notes, I just want to say that everybody talked about... Let me pull this up. This stat, actually, because this is what the talking point was about Luis Suarez. He hasn't scored a Champions League goal away since September 2015.
Oh my god!
So yeah,
what year?
September 2015 is the last time he scored an away goal in Champions League. Yeah, that was the year they won the treble, if I'm not mistaken. And that was might have been group stage. What would September? September would still be group stage. Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's group stage. Damn, that's rough. Anyway,
because the first round.
It starts in the next year.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Damn, dog.
Yeah, but they're saying that because they don't want to talk about how bad he is. But let me get into this game. So in the beginning, I put that there's some pressure on Memphis Depay because he's been talking about being one of the best players in the world, and I do consider him a very good player. I said that the pressure on him is to be calm and perform, and maybe in this tie he could be on his way to becoming a Lyon legend, honestly. And then I also put without Fekir, can Lyon rise to the occasion?
Yeah.
And I put either PK or the Lyon defender / midfield can be exposed. You can't just say the defenders when the other team is playing against Messi because he just destroys everybody.
That's true. He has been known to do that.
Yeah, you got to say the forwards playing defense too because it's you got to get everybody for him. 3rd minute, Awar got a yellow card. He fouled Messi close to the box after losing the ball in his own half. Sergio Roberto got the ball off him in his own half. He had to foul Messi close to the box. Messi skied the free kick though. In the 9th minute, I put it was the second time that Ter Stegen had been tested. First was Awar on a nice shot, and then the second one was Terrier. Not to be confused with a terrier, the dog.
Okay.
17th minute, Barcelona had a couple good chances, and they were pressing Lyon really hard. 20th minute, I put that Barcelona was getting down the field super easy on Lyon. At this point, I kind of felt like Barcelona was going to score. 28th minute, I put that Depay had overhit a couple through passes. And I wrote that down because I feel like because I do think he's a good player.
You okay?
Yeah. No. But because usually like a good player, if they make a couple mistakes, like they'll correct it like right away. They'll try to correct it right away whenever they get the opportunity. And in the 30th minute, he hit a perfect through pass to Dembele, but it led to a corner. Musa Dembele.
Musa, yeah. Straight out Celtic.
Yes, sir. 33rd minute, there was a yellow card on Dubois. I think he was a right back off of a Luis Suarez flop. And I put that Luis Suarez looked so done, by the way. That was a 33rd minute. First half, I put Dembele and Messi. Dembele and Messi have been dangerous, and Barcelona is knocking on the door. And I put Denier, the center back for Lyon, have been playing well too. What I could respect about Lyon in that first half is that they were playing. They were like playing in their game on Barcelona. Like they weren't they weren't playing scared at all. It did lead to them losing the ball. Where goes it?
I was gonna say I think that Denier should leave Lyon this year.
Well, okay, I'm gonna get back to him, but
okay.
Yeah, they were playing on like they were playing their football against Barcelona, and you know maybe it says something like Lyon's not a bad team, but they don't have the players on Barcelona's level, obviously. But it says a lot that they were like, look, we're not gonna be scared, and like they lost the ball a lot of times. And like their passes weren't going where they needed to go a lot of times, but they were also missing Fekir, who's like the big like connector of the passes. But you know they didn't lose, and they were playing their football against Barcelona, which is something like a couple years ago. Like teams got to sit back against Barcelona.
Yeah, before Barcelona's pretty much implementing, and you're just at their will.
Exactly, and that's definitely not the case anymore.
Wow.
56 minute, I put that Suarez is so bad dribbling. This dude, like, every time he gets the ball and he's dribbling, he loses it. Every single time. It's very slow, huh? It's slow, and he just ends up losing the ball somehow. I'm like, God dang. 58th minute, whatever. 62nd minute, I put that Denier is balling. Oh, gosh. 63rd minute, Dubois, he blocked like a weird Luis Suarez shot, and he got, like, really hyped. And I put that I laughed out loud at Suarez's movement. Like I literally is so bad. Like I'm just like the way he moved like made me laugh out loud. I'm like, what the? He's like the worst player out there, yo. Yeah. Literally, he's the worst one. It's crazy to me. 66 minute. I put that Musa Dembele hadn't really done very much in the game. He didn't contribute that much. 67th minute, Coutinho came on for Dembele, which was weird to me. 69th minute, Tossart came on for Bertrand Traore.
Hey, Tossart.
Yeah, remember him from FIFA.
Yeah, that's why. My guy.
76th minute, Maxwell Cornet came on for Terrier.
Was Max Cornet good?
He's pretty good, yeah.
No, did he play good?
He didn't really get to do that much. You know who was doing his thing, though? Ndombele. Dog, he's kind of crazy, dude. Like, this dude like does moves in the midfield, and he has a really stocky body.
Yeah, he's pretty big, huh?
Yeah, he's like a really stocky body, but he like does like step overs and all kinds of moves in the midfield and creates space, yo. It's kind of crazy. I'm like, damn, this dude is not scared of anybody. Like,
that's cool.
Yeah, it was.
That was really dope.
Yeah, no, and Ndombele, like, it'll be interesting because I wonder like about his stamina because he is kind of stocky. But when you watch him play, you're like, God dang, like this dude is fearless. He probably lost the ball a few times, but let's see. I skipped some of that. Some dude named Pape Sheikh came on for Ndombele at the end of the game.
Excuse me?
Exactly. I put in the 80-something minute that if the game ends 0-0, Denier is man of the match, and then Ronnie Lopes. Denier was clearing... Yeah, the goalie.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is it Ronnie? No, it's not
Ronnie Lopes.
That's the guy from
Monaco. Anthony Lopes from there, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, whatever.
I was like, Ronnie Lopes. They got him?
That'd be so gangster.
From Monaco?
Denier was balling. He was clearing everything out of the box. He was playing really, really well as a defender. Yeah. There was a lot of misplaced passes by Lyon. It was crazy that Barcelona couldn't capitalize. Lopez made a lot of good saves, and Denier was in there clearing everything. If they had a decent number 9, honestly, just somebody decent, like they could score goals.
Oh, okay.
Luis Suarez is just like he makes some, like, it's not like every single time it's bad. Like, he makes some moves. He got in the box, he's good.
Yeah.
But like 1 foot outside of the box, he's terrible. Yeah, at the end of the game, there was a free kick at the 89th minute that Messi it hit the wall. Game ended 0-0. Going back to Barcelona, like you would figure that Barcelona can do it. But if Lyon has Fekir, based on how they played in this game, they have a chance, honestly. Your turn, buddy.
Alrighty.
Liverpool Bayern. So happy you took that one. I was not trying to watch it.
Well, I was blessed with... wait, you mean Ajax Real Madrid?
No, that was last week.
Oh, I'm tripping. Yeah, Liverpool Bayern. I'm tripping. All right. It's because I didn't write the title.
That's because you've been playing Destiny. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So Liverpool Bayern started. Interesting to note, Bayern's front line was different than I've seen in years. Last time I watched a Bayern game, we were talking to Ribéry and Robin and Lewandowski. This time it was Coman, your boy Coman.
The beater, Homan.
The beater Coman. Coman. Lewandowski and Serge Gnabry.
Oh, that's the guy from Schalke, right?
Well, he was actually from Bayern, but they loaned him out in Bayern. But he's not from Schalke. He came from like some like not very good like a middle team. He got loaned out and came back.
I'm gonna look it up.
He's not from Schalke.
All right.
Yeah.
Bundesliga sees over here. I don't know. I kind of think he's from Schalke, dog.
No, he's not. I think it was like Frankfurt or something like that. Or not Frankfurt. It was like I can't remember.
You're gonna say some city that's not even in Germany.
Yeah, I think he's from like Paris or something like that. He's from what's the team in France? Strasbourg.
Yeah.
I think he played with Strasbourg. All right, so game started off with 11-minute mark. There was a long ball. Long ball United was starting to get cracking here, and they're going right up. I said long ball rolling United, going up right now. And the first opportunity for possession was Mo Salah gets I think his name is the left back. Is it Robin or what's the left back for Liverpool? Like the
Robertson.
Robertson crossed the ball into the middle. Mo Salah did one of those like taps, like the ball's coming, he volleys a tap into the goal. But the Manuel Neuer, who's looking pretty hefty nowadays.
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh, look like he's been eating good out there.
Yeah.
Saved it. But this is something to note actually. What's funny about Bayern is that you're wrong.
It was Hoffenheim.
Okay, Hoffenheim. It's all good. I know my games. What's funny about Bayern is that every single time Liverpool advances, they get unless they score, they get killed on the counterattack every time. Every time there was a shot attempt. Bayern was always getting right back and getting a shot attempt. So right when that happened, at 12-minute mark, Serge Gnabry put a one-on-one move on Robertson, put some sauce on a couple step overs, did a nice move, and then put a nice cross in the box, but nothing happened right there. Also to note, it was funny watching James Rodriguez out there looking literally the same. I was like, you've not improved nor probably gotten worse. You're just the same guy running around. People think you're good looking and it's over. That's like his story. And 12-minute that 12-minute mark that happened. The 12:30 12 minutes and 30 seconds, another counterattack on Liverpool. They really seem to be having issues with Bayern's pace, and there's a James cross that's cleared towards Gnabry. Or Gnabry, I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Gnabry, dog.
I'm down for Gnabry.
Don't say Gnabry.
He cleared it towards Gnabry.
Is it a Gnat too?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't ever make a word called GN and have a silent G. It's stupid. A silent G is stupid.
It's who said Gnabry. Is it grapefruit juice?
Orange. Orangage. No, well, Gnabry.
Look at you with the half and 12:30. Damn, I never do that. Okay.
This was insane. I don't want to put two 12-minute marks on this possession. It was in the same minute. He tries to do a move and loses the touch, and it falls to Kimmich, who has a open shot, and it's blocked. So the game was really hyped. Though. It was super lit. I noted that I thought Kieta started, and I thought he played really good. I was like, wow, can we not start James Milner anymore? Can we just have this guy out here? I thought he played really good.
Kieta does a lot of moves in the midfield, too.
Yeah, he does. He
will do a step over in the midfield.
He has some sauce.
He will do a step over in the midfield.
You know what's funny? He doesn't have, top speed, but he has a good, burst, and he, uses that speed with the movement. I thought he played really well, and I think he kind of, was a solid part of the midfield. And I think when, like, you know, Hardy mentioned online, there's a lot of criticism about him and stuff. I think that a lot of it comes with people not really paying attention to the midfield game. And I like to note that I don't think he made a ton of mistakes. I think that what he did is just, he went there and just did his job. And
people rarely watch midfielders.
No, they're not watching.
They watch him if like there's a mistake.
They watch him miss pass him like, well, he played terrible.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yo, you didn't watch the whole game.
Yeah.
So that's why player ratings are fugazi.
They're a lie, as the title of our episode said.
And I wrote here, I just want to blame Matip for everything wrong in the back line. I really don't care.
Oh, he started?
He started, and I'm like, I feel like you like have Matip, like you need to address a center back if you have Matip starting. Like he's really bad.
I thought Fabinho started as center back or something like that.
No, he's like a right back.
He was at right back?
No, not today. But he was like a CDM-ish like kind of position.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he wasn't like necessarily fullback. It was Matip and your boy Van Dijk.
No, he didn't play. I don't.
Then it was Fabinho and Matip. My bad, Fabinho and Matip. My bad.
Right here.
Yo, this game was like a day ago. Do you relax? You sort of like I care about this.
24 hours. My bad.
All right, quit. So I don't need this during my segment. 15-minute mark. Liverpool had a nice counter. Stop talking. With Mane. Unfortunately, he missed the shot with his left foot.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah,
the one that went to the.
That was one of 12. Like this was literally just like he must have missed like 15 shots. Like every time he got the ball, I'm like it's not gonna go in. Boom, doesn't go in.
Yeah.
Like he just couldn't make them in, and I don't really blame him. I felt like he was doing a lot to make it happen. He was certainly doing more than Firmino was.
Firmino. Oh, okay.
Okay. You know who Firmino is? The right back on the other side, like once again, you know, Mane had that miss. Immediately on that same counterattack, Bayern comes all the way back up the field. Hamas and Coleman had this really awkward possession together. Like Hamas was like falling, dribbling the ball. Coleman got it. He like did some shot. I'm like they look so ugly. Like there's no like real good midfield play. Like I'm telling you, this game was ugly to watch. Like, unless you're into just, like, a long ball into, like, a shot that doesn't go in, then this was just, like, not fun to watch. I'm like, there's not real excellent technical ability. Like, literally the best players in the game were, like, the Liverpool fullbacks. Like they were the only ones really putting in work to me, honestly. I said here that every time Liverpool gets, once again, I wrote, they get something good going, they get destroyed on the counterattack. So, I don't know if they're coming up too high. Maybe everybody's trying to score so bad that they're not marking good in the back line. Okay. Or like it could be just Norris is really good at dishing the ball out from the back too. I'm not really too sure.
Okay. I was looking at your fan. Is that a setting? That's just so slow.
It's called post it up.
That's so weird.
What are you doing right now? I'm gonna do this during yours. I'm gonna start pointing stuff out in the environment.
Please do. I don't mind. And talk over you easily.
23-minute mark. Ugly clearance by Sule or something.
Yeah, the big center back.
He's so bad.
Garbage.
Like, he literally has no hit movement. I'm so mad that's a professional athlete. It leads to, on Bayern, he did a really bad clearance. It leads to a cross far post that Mo Salah, like, just barely missed. Like, he headed it, and then I wrote, low-key, Salah got some boosties. He kind of got up there.
He's African.
He got some boosties.
He's African.
He got some boosties, and I'm like... Are you done?
Can you chill? You're weird.
How am I weird? You're looking at my fan.
I wish I could show y'all the dog Caesar had over here earlier.
What are you talking about right now?
It looks like a science experiment.
Okay. 34-minute mark. Firmino sighting. I saw Firmino. He's on the field. Okay. He had a nice possession that leads to, like a pass that leads to Mane with another wild left shot. Like, he received the ball here, and Mane thought that the best thing to do is to turn his body all the way around and shoot it, and completely missed the bat, like right in front of the goalie 1-on-1. It was really frustrating. I was like, man, it must be. If I was a coach, I'd be really mad at him.
Mane can be a shot misser at times.
Oh, happy he was on point today. He was shot misser king today. But I mean, Mo Salah wasn't making anything either, so I'm not blaming him that much. Yeah. Serge Gnabry was just all over the place trying to score today. He shot a 2-pointer today with no power on it, just roll right up to the goalie. I was like, someone tell this man this ain't you.
Yeah. I said Vinicius highlights.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I got the same power level. 72. Also, I wrote, the commentators complimenting Alisson for deflecting the ball out of bounds. Hey, man, it's really not that hard or serious. Like, the ball's coming and he, like, knocks it out of bounds. I'm like, he's like, look at the excellent goalie work. I'm like,
Okay, Caesar, I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you see the other day when Messi took that penalty and he missed it? Or the goalie saved it?
No.
Dog, it was the coolest thing ever. The dude saves the penalty. It bounces up in the air, and Messi goes to head it in. The goalie like ends up grabbing it like this with like one hand and kept it. It was really cool.
That's G-Dub.
It was cool. If you can find the highlight when you're doing it.
He gets points for that.
Oh, it was kind of gangster. Like it wasn't hard, but it looked kind of fresh though.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
He probably was like, damn. 37-minute mark. Mane attempted a bicycle kick. I heard at this point he's definitely playing FIFA with his own character. He's just trying moves. The bicycle kick was wild. I don't know what he's doing there. 39-minute mark, Kimmich took Mane's cookies and screamed at him, like screaming at him. Kimmich, the fight back. And I was like, this month?
Why did he scream
And Kimmich was kind of rocking this really suspicious mustache. I was really uncomfortable.
Why was he screaming at him for?
He like stole the ball and was like,
are you serious?
Yeah. I was like, this month?
Yo,
you gonna
investigate that man for steroids?
And he had like a really shady mustache.
Did he have a mustache like here?
It was like here, and it only had like a little bit of hang down here. I'm like,
because I was thinking it was here. If it was here like this, just right here, if it was just right here.
I'm not joining in this. I'm not joining in that. You did. That wasn't Caesar. That was Bam. 58-minute mark. Once again, Sergio RB out here shooting the ball with his left foot. I didn't know he was 2-footed, so I was like, okay, I see you 2-foot. It was nice power on it. And I wrote 67-minute mark. Alexander Trent Dilfer-Arnold is playing really well today. I thought that he's fast, and I thought he was playing really good back there.
He's a baller. I think he's from Scotland.
Yeah, I don't want to say he's a baller. It makes me uncomfortable, but
he's good. He's good, dog. I mean, he's good in EPO. Like, I'll give him EPO.
He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
He had a nice cross that Mane almost made something out of. This is 6 shots that Mane had on goal, or towards the goal. 84-minute mark, a beautiful cross from Robertson, who was getting destroyed earlier, to Mane. Almost goes in.
Robertson, but
it is?
Yeah.
Okay, Robertson. I don't know why Robertson is weird. That almost goes in, but it looks like it was off near post. I wrote, damn, I feel like that was the one. Actually, it looks like, according to the replay, Nora actually tapped it out of bounds before it went. That was a corner kick. That makes sense. 0-0, Bayern. I wrote a couple notes post-game here. Bayern doesn't have any of the sauce they used to have. Yeah, like whatever sauce, like when we saw that these days are ticking, time's up. Time is up. Like I was like, damn, if they played Lyon, they probably would have got obliterated.
There's nothing sexy about Bayern, dog. Like
I don't think players want to
go there anymore.
There's nothing sexy. There's like a couple like young guys. It's just kind of weird over there. It's a weird vibe.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like they don't invite foreign talent.
Is it like they're gonna win the league, but it's like, yo, like, do you really want to go play for Bayern?
They're in second though.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying though, like, do you really want to go play for Bayern, or would you just rather go turn up at West Ham?
I don't know why they started my boy Goretzka. That's a baller. And I said Liverpool's good, but they're just not what they were last year.
You don't think so? Well, I've seen some games they play well, but yeah, I don't think. Like I said. You gonna do that again like you did that one time? Get well C's episode? No, like I said last season, like Mohamed Salah is not gonna have the season he had last year.
Neither's Mane.
Yeah, I mean, well, but he's also getting the stuff off of Mohamed Salah too. So if Salah is not really doing the things that he used to do.
Yeah, but it's not like one thing where one person is not stepping up, the other one's stepping up for him. Like the other guy's kind of having a hard sharp, not doing amazing either.
Yeah, but Mane's not going to have the same season if Salah's not having the same season. Is what I mean.
You know that?
Yeah, I do.
How do you know that? What do you like?
Because Mohamed Salah is creating hella space.
Okay, but Mane can do stuff too. I'm just saying he's not getting off either.
I don't think Mane likes playing there anymore. To be honest,
I don't think so either.
He doesn't look like he's having a great time.
You should go like Valencia or something.
Ooh, I mean that's a downgrade, but I'm down.
I don't know if that's really a downgrade.
It is a downgrade, dog. That's a downgrade. Okay.
Who won the league more recently?
Valencia. Okay. Yeah. Who was in a Champions League final more recently, though?
Me.
True. Okay, Caesar, let me get into this Schalke versus City. Caesar, okay. They're doing the starting lineups or whatever. They're like showing the players, and I seen Weston McKennie. Honestly, this is like for the first time, basically.
Oh.
I was like, holy shit.
USA.
I was like, holy shit. Weston McKennie looks like Makonnen. I was like, he looks like Makonnen. So I was calling him Weston Makonnen.
That's a fresh name. Yeah. I don't know if he deserves it. That's kind of cool.
I was calling him.
Did they start my boy Mbolo?
Schalke, no.
God, he's so good.
No.
Is he on that team still? And Bo's amazing. Go ahead.
No, there was some dude. Honestly, like I haven't watched Schalke play this whole season. Jeez. The last time I watched Schalke play was when they had Sane and they were destroying Real Madrid at that time.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so the first thing I see was like, oh my god, Weston McKennie looks like Makonnen tonight, and yeah, I was calling him Weston Makonnen. I want to call this episode Weston Makonnen, and I want to put the two side by side pictures for Weston Makonnen.
We will. Okay, you got it. Okay. You got your request.
The last couple times, also noted before the game, the last couple times I've watched City play, they looked unstoppable.
I'm excited for this. I haven't watched a thing about this game.
Well, you know the best recaps.
Yeah.
What the heck does that say? In the 6th minute, City did like the dopest free kick play ever. Like, it's indescribable. I can't describe like how many passes it connected before it ended up being a cross to Aguero for a header. But it was a really cool play for a free kick. But it didn't work. It ended up being a corner. In the 10th minute, I put that Schalke's barely touched the ball. 17th minute, I was like, I gotta question how Schalke got here. So I had to go look at their group, and it had the Galatasaray and Lokomotiv Moscow and Porto. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Oh jeez. I'm mad like Porto didn't advance.
Porto did. They played against Roma.
Right.
But Lokomotiv and Galatasaray didn't. But 16th minute. Kun Aguero scored a goal off of David Silva. Great defense. He got the ball off of Schalke's black center back. I think his name is Sane.
What?
He got the ball off of that dude and crossed it in for Kun Aguero, who put it in the back of the net. It was a nice play. Okay, now let's get it started here. 33rd minute, Makonnen steals the ball off Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield, which leads to a handball in the box on Otamendi, which goes to VAR, which took forever, which was a very obvious handball. He tried to get his arm back, but it didn't make it, and the ball just ended up hitting his whole arm. Took forever on VAR, finally gets called a penalty in the 36th minute, and a yellow card for Otamendi. 38th minute, Ben Taleb scores a penalty. It was a good penalty by Ben Taleb, which means son of a student in Arabic. 41st minute, there was a yellow card on Uth on Schalke. The only reason I put his name is Wild. It's like a half a name, maybe a third.
Not Mon, just Uth.
Uth. What the heck does this? 43rd minute, David Silva commits a foul, which isn't like that close to the box, but it's in his own half. Ends up being a foul on him. The free kick, Fernandinho drags down the black center back Sane in the box. Penalty.
My god!
And yellow card on Fernandinho. This is all in the first half.
So it's 2-1.
Well, yeah, because Ben Taleb stepped up and scored the penalty. 2-1. So they're going to halftime 2-1 to Schalke, who has played like, I don't want to say they played so bad, but City's been like all over them the whole game. And at halftime, I put that Pep should put Sane on for Kevin De Bruyne. Also,
De Bruyne wasn't playing that good.
He did okay, but he ended up getting his cookies stolen by Makonnen tonight. And then that's what led to that first penalty.
I've been cheating on
you, Brianna. Look up that song Makonnen tonight and Rumors. Okay, I got something else too. Okay. I got something else later too.
Okay, relax.
Okay, more Makonnen stuff. Also, I noted that Pep is still rocking the yellow ribbon pin. Since he's still doing that, it's okay for us to still be boycotting that Italian team that's at the top of the league.
Still rocking it.
Yeah, so he's still doing it, so we can still boycott that team.
Like, he's still going.
Yes, so it's we are too.
6 months of him?
So we are too.
Yeah.
Tonight. Okay, second half, 57th minute. I put that City they look and they're playing frustrated. 59th minute, I put that Makonnen looked like he hurt his groin. Then I was like thinking about Makonnen. I was like, you know what's funny? Weston McKennie is from Texas.
Oh my god!
And he plays in Germany, correct?
Correct.
In the song "Rumors" by Makonnen, he mentions both places. He says, "I'm moving out to Germany," and then later on he says, "I am moving out to Texas and trapping with my Mexicans." I think Makonnen and Weston McKinney are the same person.
You think they're related?
On the low, because he mentions both places.
You think that's his doppelganger? Or you think
yes,
it's just
exactly.
Like
that is the doppelganger. Yeah.
Okay.
Mentions both places. I was like, this is interesting. Anyway, he stayed in the game for a while.
No one on this goddamn
This never
earth
happened. Never happened.
Does this?
Yeah.
No one ever called Weston Makonnen. Makonnen.
He's Weston Makonnen, dog. And just
much.
know on rumors he mentions both places, which is interesting, by the way. That's a classic, also.
No one ever said that.
Yeah, they did.
The real one is love.
I mean, yeah, but that's also a classic. 65th minute, Schalke made a sub. I wasn't trying to write down who these people are.
I didn't write no subs. I'm good.
Yeah, like I wrote down they did a sub, but I don't know who these people are. 68th minute, red card on Otamendi, second yellow.
So my boy Briel and Bolo didn't come into the game? Young striker?
Not to my
Swedish
knowledge.
Striker?
No, I know you're talking about. No, he didn't come in.
Oh, it's my boy right there.
Otamendi gets a red card, 68th minute. There's a second yellow. It was harsh, honestly. I don't think that foul was worth a yellow, but he did get it. In the 68th minute, he did get sent off. In the 70th minute, Vincent Kompany comes in for David Silva. And honestly, I put that this might be the motivation that City needs going down a man. Okay. In the 72nd minute, it looked like Raheem Sterling was playing tired. He was losing the ball. He lost the ball again a minute after that. In the 78th minute, some dude came on from Makonnen. In the 78th minute also, Leroy Sané came on for Kun Aguero, when I thought it should be Raheem Sterling, because he was looking kind of tired, but whatever. 85th minute, Sané scored an amazing free kick. I put flames and perfect. Really? It was a great free kick. I don't know who won that foul, but
he's playing against his old team. He's like, you know what? They can take some of this.
It was a beautiful free kick. He scored another one like that against Hoffenheim.
He was hyped to get in that game. He's like, I want to get in here.
Yeah, and honestly, he came on pretty late. I feel like he should have came on earlier. But yeah, it was a beautiful free kick. So it's tied 2-2 at this point. That was the 85th minute. 90th minute, Raheem Sterling scored a goal off of a dope Ederson pass. Ederson got the assist. Ederson kind of like got the ball back to him and kind of like kicked it out the box a little bit and just like seen Raheem Sterling all the way to the right, booted that joint. Raheem Sterling, it was beautiful, Caesar. He's running down, like it's just him and one defender. What he did was he like got like just enough contact on the guy and then like kind of got the separation. It was like just like a wide receiver.
Okay, I have something to tell you about that. Go ahead.
Okay, so he gets like the perfect amount of contact on the guy. The guy sells out and falls down. Because he's like, there's no way he's going to catch up. He should have stayed up, but Raheem Sterling just like played it perfectly. The ball ends up falling to him, and he cut the shot barely missed the goalie's arm, but it was a nice goal by Raheam Sterling.
Raheem the Dream.
Yeah. So at that point it's 3-2. In the 95th minute, Ederson got a yellow card because he hood pushed somebody.
He's about to left. Look at a neck tap.
And the game ended 3-2. What were you going to say?
No, it's during my recap.
Which recap?
That I'm doing.
Oh, the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the game ended 3-2. It was a good game, but like Schalke's pretty bad. I would imagine City's going to destroy them at home, but we'll see. They got 3 away goals. So. Anyway, so this is what game is this? Damn, I forgot. Oh, Atleti against Bleep.
Yeah.
Good luck with bleeping those out.
It'll be rough, but I got this. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're about to start this here. So Bleep versus Atleti.
Atleti versus Bleep.
Atleti versus Bleep, okay. Literally 30 seconds into the game, we wasted no time. Before I talk about actually the game starting, interesting lineup that Bleep rolled out. My boy Bernardeschi did not start. Douglas Coates did not start. It was...
is he even there? What's up with him?
I don't know. He's king of the bench. He might have some random injury. Okay. It was Dybala.
Yeah. Matuidi started.
Matuidi, Dybala, Mandzukic, Bleep, Pjanic, who I wrote before the game, I'm like, Pjanic got to show me something. Because everybody talks so much about Pjanic. You guys talk about Pjanic. Yeah. I gotta see something.
Yeah, you never really been a Pjanic.
Like, I just, like, to me, if you put, I'm like, this is going to sound crazy, I really don't care. Like, I really don't care. There's not, like, this crazy bar where I'm telling midfielders to reach, and that's Pjanic level. I'm just like, that's just you just keep going past that. I'm like, oh, you that's pretty good. Like, and they kind of oh, he's kind of like a parent. Like, okay, what else can he do? He's just gonna sit and throw a couple lob passes around. What is he gonna do?
With my Mexican. Can you talk?
Not when you're saying stupid lyrics. So I want to really see something from him. And let's keep it real. This is Champions League now, elimination time. So if anything, you spend all this bread to get Bleep over to Bleep, and I just want to see. I want to see what it's about right now because this Bleep in the past was not necessarily Bleep, but they were going through these rounds and these competitions for Champions League last 4 years or 3 years ago. They were going through it all to the final, and today got to be the day. And I'm like, if you have trouble against Atletico, I got to question what you're really doing out here. I'm gonna keep it real because I think when I looked at Atletico's lineup, I'm like, this is a joke. I thought their starting lineup was a joke to me.
They didn't even start.
I thought you know what it was? It was Simeone thinking he's some kind of dude again. Starting like, and it's annoying that like all the commentators play the game where it's like, oh, Diego Costa starting and he wants to make a statement. What are you talking about? Honestly, if I'm a defender and they're starting Diego Costa, I'll be like, oh, fine, I gotta run for real. Let's get it. Like this dude's gonna push me. He's gonna get a red card. Let's go. Like I'm gonna get the Yukis off him. Let's do this. So I'm gonna get the Blicky. So it doesn't matter. So. They started stupid 4-4-2. Yeah. It was honestly like Griezmann was like really deep and just everywhere again. Like
that's what he does.
Yeah, just doing his thing. Diego Costa in the top. They had the Uruguayan connection in the back. Yeah. And Juan Fran as usual. Juan Fran.
Well, Arias has been starting at right back actually.
Yeah, but Juan Fran started today, and my boy the baller Koke out there, young Koke, so good.
Saul started too, yeah.
Yeah, Saul started as well. Saul's really good too. Yeah, Saul's like so good that like you kind of forget like he's on team.
Exactly.
Like,
and
like you're like, oh god,
leave athletic, dog. Leave athletic.
Like if you're playing, everybody kind of in the blur doesn't look crazy different.
Yeah.
Oh, and Party started, and I made a note that Thomas has really cool hair. I was like, his hair is fresh.
Another one. These guys need to leave. Dog.
You gotta go.
So
like,
you can do something with your life.
Saul could be a superstar somewhere, midfielder. Thomas is a baller. Caesar, I can see Thomas like balling like PSG or something
anywhere.
Like that. Doing
Caesar, did you see? Remember last season they're talking about 21 Milinkovic-Savic going for 100 million. I'm like, Saul's three times better than him.
Saul is laps and light years better than Milinkovic-Savic.
You can't even compare the two.
Even Thomas is way better than Savic.
Yes, they're talking about 21 Milinkovic-Savic.
Like Thomas has like this low key like powerful shot from the far.
I've seen him take free kicks and make them.
He was doing like another booms, a couple booms in the shot. I like them. They're really
he
good
takes corners too.
And Saul just literally does everything you want,
and he scores goals.
He's like getting defense. He's up front. You know what he is? He's a player that has no place on the field. Is not comfortable. He's comfortable everywhere.
He scores goals for the national team, but he can't score a goal for Atletico because they're weak.
The national team's weird. Another team's very very weak. All right, so 30 seconds in the game. My tweet already wiling out. So they're just wiling out. A ball goes out of bounds. They do a throw in. For Griezmann, they throw into Griezmann in the box. Griezmann gets it shooted. My tweet comes with a high boot above my head, and it knocks Griezmann's foot on the ground in the box. No call.
Ooh.
And like Griezmann's on the ground. And I also noted, I wrote in here, which I said in the group. I have questions about Griezmann's hair. Is it for this month? Is he trying to get a comeback? Because Griezmann looked like a 70s, like, had like a super big curly, like, wannabe fro going on. I'm like, someone got him a pick or what? Because his hair's kind of big today.
He got that Jew fro. I think he's Jewish.
Yeah, it definitely was Jew fro. But I was like, this month for real? So this game was lit, and I was already excited. 5 minutes into the game, Costa's already pushing people. Already playing games. It's like it's a joke to me when I watch Diego Costa play. I'm like, this is honestly, it's like it becomes like a sham to the sport.
It's
like
it's hacky.
Like it's corny to me. Like and like Diego, someone like is trying to play like mind games.
He's the carrot top of football.
Yeah, there you go.
Who's the guy that breaks bust the watermelons? It's Carrot Top, right?
Yeah.
Or it's another guy. I forgot, but he's the
Carrot. Hey, Carrot Top is a prop comedian.
Yeah, he's the Carrot Top of football.
So there was a situation with Collin. He like literally like hood pushed Collin, and he's just like laughing about it, like this is whatever to him. 8 minutes into the game, a stupid yellow card on Diego Costa. Oh my lord! Literally, they're lining up for a free kick. Ronaldo's about to kick the free kick. and the ref lines everybody up, and Diego takes like 2 steps forward as Ronaldo's running up until just steps up, and it's funny because he knows what he did was wrong, and he's like looking at the ref, but Ronaldo's in the motion of kicking, so he's hoping it's too late, and the ref runs in front of it, runs in front of the thing, gives him a yellow card, and he's like whining. I'm like, dog, I wrote this. I was like, the commentators were even saying, oh, I thought it was a bit harsh. I'm like, listen, buddy, let's keep it real. It's not harsh because not only stupid, and you have a reputation, so you know what your reputation is. Yeah. You're going off that base. You deserve the yellow card because the ref is saying, I'm not here for this today.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you
because I'm gonna keep it real. This game was getting mad chippy, so it's like the ref needs to make that statement right there because or else you're gonna lose track of this game because Atletico's down to get it. You know.
Yeah, absolutely, especially at home.
Oh,
in the Wanda Metropolitan.
In the Wanda Metropolitan, whatever. Worst name ever. Wanda Sykes. 9 minutes in, right a minute after that, Diego Costa gets fouled, and he comes. He remember we were walking with Tark, and you were doing he does it up to the ref. I'm like, please just get him out this game. Just get him out the game. He got fouled by Alexandro, and he started sprinting to the ref.
Oh my!
Griezmann comes there, gets in front of Diego Costa. It was just wild. I'm like, I feel bad that these players all know they have to restrain this loose idiot. This is loose. Dimwit, unprofessional player on their team.
I hope he run up on you one day.
No, okay. I'll do the chant right in his face. 10 minutes mark. Finally, some orders restored. Koke puts a move on Bentancur, whack ass. Bentancur's trying to guard him on the line. Koke did a move where he dribbled the ball over, and Bentancur went away and he put it behind his back and moved to left. I was like, yeesh. It was super nice. Bentancur garbage. I'm playing. Bentancur played really well. So 20-minute mark. I just want to state that on the TNT stream, a 300-second advertisement popped up that during the game that wouldn't pop up. I come back to the game and we're at 44 minutes in the match.
Wait, hold on. You said you went from 20 to 44?
Yeah. Because then the stream locked into every time I refreshed it, it locked into the advertisement, watching again and again. My God. So I had to turn it off, clear my cookies, restart my computer, come back, clear all my cookies, and then start the match. And I'm at 44. I literally walked outside and I went like this. What I gotta do to watch? Don't tell me you're ready for the next level if you can't handle the next level.
You feel me?
So I was like, damn, I hope DAZN buys all of them. So 44-minute mark though. Madrid fans, the Atletico Madrid, fake Madrid, starts another fake. Starts booing Ronaldo so heavy every time.
Booing who?
Sorry, starts booing Bleep so hard every time he touches the ball. Every time anything's going on, they're booing him. And at this point, Bleep starts doing the 5-time Booker T thing, walking up, doing the 5 chests. And I'm not gonna really I was like, you don't do that. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Might catch 5 charges coming up.
Yeah, I mean, he might be doing that from behind some bars. So I don't know if how hard you're going right now. But if he's still down, then I guess you're street like that. But yeah, so he was doing the 5-time tam thing, and I was laughing a little bit. I'm like, okay, just stop now. He kept doing it, and he's doing it, walking to the sideline. I'm like, hey man, all right,
stop antagonizing them, please.
Please. We're just trying to get this game going here.
Somebody brought a pistol in that.
You don't need another record. You need something else on your record.
Pistol in the party. Can you go?
Okay, so 49-minute mark. We have a long ball United pass, open break for Diego Costa. He's headed towards the goal. This is kind of like the Raheem Sterling situation. He has a one-on-one with the defender headed to the ball. What did Raheem Sterling do to make it happen?
Put contact on the defender and got separation.
And was like this?
Yeah.
Cool. Diego Costa literally did the exact opposite. One-on-one, Collini literally does a shove like this, arm extended.
Oh, gosh.
Center back goes flying, misses the shot. Not even a whiff of a call, a nothing. But he completely airballed. It didn't even go to the goalie. It just went straight out of bounds. I was like, deserved that.
Yeah.
And I was like, they were like, oh, this is the first time he played since the first week of December.
Whatever. So
I'm like, yeah, you can tell he hasn't played in 8 years. He looks so slow and old out here.
Maybe if he scored the goal, they would have went too far and taken it back too.
I hope so because that shove was insane. I'm like, you can't do that.
Shoulder to shoulder, not hand to shoulder.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you can't stiff arm. Wrong sport. 52-minute mark, Greasy almost did a saucy little lob like the Falcao one. Chip on the goalie on Chesney. I wrote that was some mean shit. That's what I wrote on Chesney, who plays for Bleep. 68-minute mark. At this point, before I get to that, at this point, I started to notice the real issues with Bleep. They have like their midfield is cute, but it's not like they don't have enough to be about that life right now.
That's what you were saying before
they didn't, and they don't really address it. Like, let's keep it real. I mean, let's keep it real. Atlante's midfield is leagues better than that midfield right there.
And it's the players. They put four in the midfield.
They put four, and they have Saul in there. They have players that put in work.
Yeah.
And like you have Emery Sean out there. You have Matuidi out there. And you have Pjanic. Pjanic is to me.
Emery Can didn't start. It was Betancourt.
I'm sorry, Bentancur out there. Like Bentancur is a talented player. He has a lot of skill, but it's just not there yet compared to someone like a Saul, you know. Yeah, it's just a whole nother level. And I'm sure, and Bentancur can be that player. Like I can see him being just like that.
Yeah.
So I just think that like you addressed elite things around, but you didn't really address what's going on still in the midfield. You had the window to do that. I don't know if they were trying to. What's going on? Yeah, so I mean, allegedly they got Aaron Ramsey next year. So I mean, that's not even helping you, but he'll be good in this game.
Oh, I'm sure.
Aaron Ramsey's way better than Pjanic. So I'm like in this game. I'm like at certain times again, I'm like, where is he?
Maybe he's getting balls.
Where's Pjanic? I'm like, where's Pjanic? Where is he? Oh, there he is. He got the ball. He kicked it back off. Okay. Like
it's hard for players to shine against Atletico.
It's not even a thing about shine. I just think that like he's very much for what he's regarded as. He's very much if there's an A, B, C, he's just like a B, and not like an emphasis on a link play. Like he's very much just like like here you go. Like instead of being like I have it here, the defender's like, oh shit, what you might do with it? Nope, you just know it's just gonna keep going. Possession.
Lucas Torreira is better than them.
Absolutely, Lucas Torreira can be a game changer. Mm-hmm. He's a game breaker, literally.
Maybe Guendouzi's better than Pjanic.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Guendouzi got to cut their hair. We can talk. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. So 68-minute mark. A clean header by your boy Morata comes in the game for Diego Costa. Thank goodness. The team, they're already playing completely different. They bring in also the little Angel, the striker they have from Argentina.
Oh, Correa, yeah.
Angel Correa, right?
Baller.
Super baller. Yeah, really good. He comes in the game in their little 4-4-2. Also, Thomas Lemar is playing really well. He's so good.
Baller.
Super baller. Comes in. Referees kind of tripping. No, everybody doesn't know what's going on. Here comes the VAR police. So the VAR comes in. I don't really know why they're calling VAR. It looked like a clean header goal to me. I don't even know what's going on. No one even called anything. But the ref saw it. They go back. They overturn the ball. It looks like a barely like Marta was getting a header and he had his hands on the back of Collini to get the header and he like didn't really do much. It was like a lot crazy. And they overturned the entire goal. Give the ball back. Juve wasn't really calling for that, and Colin didn't go flying to the air either. Like it wasn't even like nothing to play off of. I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, why do you use VAR on Costa on second yellow on a stiff arm, but you want to do it in this position because the second yellow impacts the game. Why don't you use the VAR for that? Mm-hmm. But you want to use the VAR for this impact on a play that wasn't even really anything special.
I'm not a guitarist.
I was like, this is a broke ass system. That's what I wrote.
Yeah, it's not working that well in Champions League.
It's just not. It's like
so far.
You know what it is to me? It's very beta. Like it's very it's very like
1.0.
Introduction status. You know, and I'm like, you don't roll that out in playoffs. You work things in through the qualifying rounds. You know the qualification rounds they had. Mm-hmm. They should have been doing it there and see how it goes.
I thought it was such a bad idea.
The qualification no one watches. Put it in there. Yeah. You know, when they have Galatasaray versus like Monaco, let them just do their thing.
Yeah, I thought it was a very bad idea. Just implement it halfway through the tournament,
especially into like key moments.
Yeah.
77-minute mark. I wrote an actual goal by Jose Maria Jimenez.
Yes, sir.
Off a corner kick by Lemar. Basically, the goal was just a lot of chaos happening in the box. Off the corner kick by Lemar, really nice, right in the box. No one could get a handle on it, and Jose Maria was just at the right place, at the right time. Mm-hmm. Put it in, a nice goal. They were celebrating like crazy, going nuts. 85th minute mark. My stream started working again. I lost the game at 80 minutes and came back at 85 minute mark. I was stuck on this circle arrow screen for minutes like this, just circling. Circling for a while. Like that. Yeah, that was my stream. And then I came back and Atletico now has 2 goals. Sweet.
I saw that goal though.
Yeah. And at the end of the game, you could just tell that Ronaldo's Bleep was really frustrated.
Yeah.
You could tell a lot of frustration in the game in terms of like
that game was more important for him when he played for Real Madrid. This game is not. I mean, it was much more of a rivalry.
You know what?
UK players don't feel it like he does. Probably.
I don't think.
I mean,
I think he took it more personal.
Yeah.
Because, like, he knows what he can do to this team, and he's been in situations that team in the past where they've been down.
Oh, absolutely.
And I just think
against
that
like Wolfsburg or something.
Yeah, I think that like he probably felt that his team could have definitely done better than that, and they could have.
Yeah.
Dybala wasn't really doing much. Mandzukic was pretty much a non-factor. Like it was really weird. I think those when the way Atleti was playing, you could see players were having difficulty understanding what their roles were. Roles in the situation are really important. And you could tell that the team that although only one kind of new piece came in, you could see that this new piece was kind of different. And I wasn't necessarily blaming Bleep, but I'm saying things are just a little different, and they're kind of like figuring it out at the kind of the wrong time to figure stuff out.
Atleti is not an easy team to play against.
Especially at home.
They lock down. They know how to lock a team down, and like
they do.
Griezmann's perfect. Like
they're smart. They got a smart back line and a smart midfield.
You gotta be a good player in that system to know, like, okay, we play defense, but I'm gonna score 20 goals too. To be able to do that, they know what they're doing back there with Simeone.
Look, Bleep had opportunities. I don't really care much to talk about them or what really happened, but they lost 2-0, and pretty much that's that.
Yeah, well, they still have a chance. Going home, they're strong at home, but we'll see.
Absolutely.
Hopefully by then we'll have the details of Bleep's.
Probably not. Probably 4 years.
We'll have the details of Bleep's rape case by then, so we can stop the boycott. But until then, per Caesar's instructions, we are boycotting that player and that team, just as Caesar said. Okay, Caesar. Okay,
the government name.
Yeah. So. Okay, so we've done that before. Relax. Okay. That's Champions League game recaps. Caesar, okay, I'm sure you saw this. Your boy Neymar, they did a poll on ESPN Brazil.
Oh god.
They said about 160 or 150,000 people.
What are my people talking about?
They did a poll of the top 10 Brazilian players since Pele. I'm just going to go ahead and read them down.
Okay. I'm excited.
You don't know?
No, I don't know this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the top 10.
Okay.
Top 10 players since Pele.
Okay.
Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Romario, Zico. No.
Baby Zico.
Rivaldo, Socrates, Kaká, others.
What?
Falcao, Careca, and number 11, Neymar. He didn't get in the top 10. And he was the only one to get more negative votes than positive. So he had 4.6 thousand negative and 4.2 thousand positive, where everybody else had more positive than negative in that top 10. So he was voted the number 11 player since Pele in Brazil. What do you think? As a Brazilian yourself, from the
allegedly,
yeah, they rock diapers on your block. They rock diapers on my block.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about diapers on my block?
In your dirt block.
What are you talking about dirt block? I think that's literally the wackest, most. I mean, first of all, let's keep it real. A poll is not any kind of indication of any kind of. I don't think polls are a really good indication of what a general consensus of a country feels. Yeah. It depends where it's taken and what the avenue is, and it just in that instance, it's super whack to me. I don't know who the hell voted Careca over Neymar.
I'm glad I pronounced it right.
And I was impressed. and then look, I'm a kid. I don't really care. I don't care if anybody tells me, look, Socrates, like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'm gonna keep it all the way real right now. Like, why?
I think he has legend status.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he was smart. He did smart stuff, and he's he was doing his thing in the like midfield back line. He's in that kind of imposing figure. But come on, dude. Socrates wasn't putting people in the seats. You didn't get up 4 in the morning and go, oh man, gotta watch Socrates this morning. He's gonna play today. You didn't do that. You didn't do that, and that's not anything against him. He's a legend of the game. Cafu's a legend in the game. Roberto Carlos is a legend in the game. These are legends. But that doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to put them above certain people. Basically, like, it just doesn't work like that. And Careca, dog? Really? Right now?
Just because I pronounce his name right, I'm going to give him better than Neymar.
I'm going to knock this... yeah. And also, I mean, someone could really take the one-on-one against Kaká. Like, we can get the one-on-one cracking.
Ooh.
Like, we can get the one-on-one. Yeah, he won a Player of the Year. Like, he did. But let's keep it real. Like he wasn't doing Player of the Year in the midst of the Messi Ronaldo era. So, for sure, like, Neymar's having a hard time cracking that top two also. I just think it's whack. I mean, I get it that everybody's really frustrated how his play's been. Especially in these major tournaments, it's like, where is he? And even right now, where he at? So it's a
back in Brazil to get his foot fixed.
He's back in Brazil playing Red Bull gaming tournaments and dancing. So it's like, I get it. It's a frustrating situation, and there's a lot of, but I think it's really unfair that players like Kaká, let's all the way real. They've all been on super teams for Brazil.
Yeah.
There wasn't individual pressure on Kaká to carry Brazil.
They wasn't playing
none
with
of those
Firmino.
players. None of those players had individual pressure to carry a nation. All those players were part of the holy grail of Brazilian players that came along the pipelines and more massy super teams. They've all been part of the galactic teams of Brazil.
Yeah.
Like, Pele was part of a legendary team, because when you talk about Pele, you talk about the players around him too. And when he won the World Cup, he was like 17 years old. So it wasn't like, oh, Pele's here, he's going to win it for us. No one ever said that. But when Neymar was in there, like, oh, this is his term, he's got to show us he's the best. He's got to show us the finger wag. I'm as hard as anybody on Neymar. I'm as hard as anybody. But I think there's a limit. There's like a little bit too much.
Okay, what about this fake Falcao Brazilian?
I don't know who that is. I hope that... Are they talking about the indoor soccer player? Because that's the only Falcao I kind of recognize as a good player.
The real one is the Colombian one.
Like, you think the Enya comes from Colombia? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What about Rivaldo? You'll put him over Neymar?
Rivaldo was really good. Yeah, Rivaldo was a baller. Yeah, he was really
What about
good.
Romario?
I mean, Rivaldo, not only did Rivaldo win Champions League, he also won the World Cup as well.
What about Romario?
And he was a prominent player. Romario was a goon in the streets, absolutely. He was a monster.
Okay.
Romario has crazy numbers.
Okay, but this fake Falcao, we're taking him out?
Yeah, this Falcao from Indoor Soccer League, I don't know who this is. They got him for...
You might be disrespecting hard body, I don't know.
Falcao come get the swag too. I really don't. I'm coming back. We can get it. Falcao from Futsal League, I don't know what he's doing. Careca, which means baldy. I don't know what this guy's about, why he's on this list. Unless if they Google and they show me like Careca stats is like insane, I'm like, damn it, my bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I don't think so. I don't think Careca's that guy, and I'm gonna stand on this hill right now. And so Kate's like, I may be being disrespectful to a legend of not only just a player, but an activist and an intelligent person, intellectual. But I don't care, because Neymar is like literally like the best thing the players had in like the 5 years for Brazil, 6 years. So I don't know.
Okay. Do you think it might be political? A lot of PT supporters.
I don't think it's PT supporters don't go hard like that.
Okay, they might have seen
the trolls from the other side would have been voting for Neymar to boost him up.
That's true. Right?
That's how it is, because the internet presence is much stronger for the opposing rather than this for the.
This is true.
So I think that they would. I mean, I guess the conservatives or the right wings of Brazil would have supported Neymar harder. I just think there's a genuine feeling that Brazilians. I remember one time we talked about on the show, and Neymar's we talked about Neymar's approval rate, and a lot of people just wasn't like really feeling him.
Oh yeah.
So
I forgot. What
it was like pretty stagnant. It wasn't surprising. So when it comes to the poll, it doesn't surprise me either. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of shocked. Like, damn, dog. But I mean, 160,000 people. Who knows?
When you talk to people in Brazil about Neymar, it's not like really like.
You said they call him a snake. A snake.
They call him a snake. They call him. They he's young thug.
How do you say that in Portuguese?
Cobra.
That's how you say snake.
Yeah.
Y'all need to step y'all game up.
For what? Y'all?
What do you call the big snakes? Python.
No, anaconda.
All right. But yeah, that was. You want to die? Okay, Caesar. There's been a lot going on with your boy Mauro Icardi.
You know where I'm at.
Did you hear the Tatiana remix of Cardi B? You don't want to hear it. She's still in
I don't want to hear
swag.
Bust Down. Bust Down.
Okay, so you might have heard that he got stripped of the captaincy last week.
Still in who swag?
Cardi B stealing Cupcake swag in the Tatiana remix.
Who's Cupcake?
She's this other chick rapper. She's wild.
I don't care.
Damn. He got stripped of the captaincy last week, and then he refused to travel to Vienna for their Europa League game.
I would too.
Damn.
I mean, you said Icardi's my boy, so I got to ride for him.
Okay. Spalletti, there's been a lot of hoopla and stuff there. I'm not going to get into the weeds about with his wife and everything being on social media. But Spalletti was saying that they need more real contact and less social media. Sounds like somebody that would enjoy a free discussion society.
Should come out. Icardi is open invitation.
No, Spalletti.
But if it's open invitation, you want to come out, you should send him a Facebook invite.
Yeah, I'm sure he speaks English too. So, when I was seeing all this stuff, and then I saw Thomas Rongen say that he didn't necessarily say Icardi's better than Aguero, but he said he expects a goal from Icardi more than Aguero, and I'm like, that sounds cute, but to me, you're saying Icardi's better than Aguero, and that's insane to me.
No way on this planet.
That's the most ridiculous thing ever, dog.
Aguero is one of I don't.
He's underrated. Actually,
let's keep it real.
He's actually underrated. Kun Aguero
Absolutely is, which is crazy to imagine.
Yeah, he's actually. People talk about Lewandowski. I'm like, yo, Kun Aguero is actually better than most, pretty much all these guys.
No, because let's keep it real. With Kun Aguero, what Rongen said is kind of BS because with Kun Aguero, when he has that ball, you're scared.
Absolutely.
That guy he's the definition of lethal.
Yes.
He's a lethal player.
Yes.
You at any moment it could pop off.
Yeah, absolutely. No, he's insane. But anyway, so I wanted to do kind of a deep dive, as they say, on Icardi. And your boy got notes right here. Let me just show y'all. I got major notes right here.
Major chicken scratch.
True. Okay, so it's fair. I wrote a lot here.
I'm excited.
Icardi has never won the Pichichi in Italy outright.
Pichichi.
Okay.
The golden boot, as they say.
In the 2014-2015 season, he shared it with Luca Toni, who was 39 at that point, on 22 goals.
Wow.
Then last season, he won it. This is 17-18 season. He shared it also 29 goals with Immobile. So he's never won the Pichichi out. Huh.
He's always sharing it with decent dudes.
Yeah, but
basic guys.
Yeah, true. So he's never won the Pichichi outright, but he did win it twice.
Okay.
He became the captain.
He got half of it. They cut it in half and you dig this out.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Did I write when he became the captain? I should have wrote that. Yeah. He became.
Why is he the captain?
You feel me? I think he's only 26 years old, which is kind of crazy, or 25.
Striker captains is a corny to me. Get out of here.
I agree. Except for Cavani, he's usually captain.
I agree.
Okay, so I wanted to do what has he done the last 2 seasons? Okay, I'm just gonna go through. This is just arbitrary. I was like, what has he done the last 2 seasons? For people to be talking about Icardi, they were saying that he should go to Real Madrid. He could replace Ronaldo with the air quotes. All the idiots that said that don't know anything about the sport because they play different positions. Okay, 2016-17 season. Inter finished 7th. Icardi played 34 of 38 games. They finished behind Milan, Lazio. This is in order. Milan, Lazio, Atalanta, Napoli, Roma, Juve. He scored 24 goals in the league. He scored 8 goals against teams that are above him and 16 goals against teams that ended beneath them. He scored 1 against Juve, 2 against Lazio, 1 against Roma. He scored a hat trick against Atalanta in 1 game.
You definitely dig.
Oh yeah, and one goal against Milan, their rival. They played them twice. I don't know if he played it in the other game against Milan, but he scored 1 goal against Milan that season. 2017-18 season, Inter finished 4th. These are both seasons where he was the captain. They finished 4th. He played 34 of 38 games. They finished behind Roma, Napoli, Juve. He scored 29 goals. He shared the Pichichi with Immobile. Goals against teams above him, there was only 3. So he scored 2 against Roma, 0 against Napoli, 1 against Juve. So he scored most of his goals against the teams underneath him because they finished 4th.
Yeah, they did well.
I guess.
Relatively well.
Relatively well. I'll say that also the Inter is the 2nd richest team in Italy, actually. So, yeah. So, which is kind of, it sounds kind of crazy to say because they suck every year for the last few years. They're the 2nd richest team in Italy behind Juve. They got way more money than Napoli, Roma, Milan. So like they should technically be doing better.
Yeah.
And if he was so amazing, you would think some players would want to come play with him, but they'd be getting like João Mario, and that's like exciting. I don't even know if he's still there. And
like, he's back at West Ham.
And like Dalbert.
You said they'd be getting players like João Mario, and that's exciting.
Yeah, you feel me?
Hey, but they got the Ninja.
Who's that?
Nainggolan.
Yeah, but he's on the league.
And they got my boy Kiete Balde.
Yeah, well. Okay, so this season they're currently third in Serie A. Mauro Icardi has not scored in the last 7 games in the league. The last time he scored was December 15th. That's 2 months ago.
Big
They had a
Costa
break.
move.
And that was against Udinese. They crashed out of the Champions League group stage. They lost to Tottenham in the last game 1-0. They crashed out. Guess how many Champions League games Mauro Icardi's played in his career?
10.
4. And that was this season. He's played 4 Champions League games in his career, and that was this season.
He's like, well, what's the stars on my jersey mean?
He's never won a trophy, obviously. He's been the captain since 2015. They finished 4th, 7th, and 4th. Yeah, and also I said enters the second richest team in Italy. I think a lot of this stuff with Mauro Icardi just gets overhyped because like they got to have somebody to talk about in Italy. But Mauro Icardi's average. He scores a lot of he scores a lot of goals and like they're not penalties either. He only scores like a few penalties a season. Mm-hmm. He hardly ever misses penalties. But for somebody who's supposed to have like this stature and like 100 million, okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Either he's gonna go to Juve. I don't think he can play anywhere other than Italy, personally. Either he's gonna the only upgrade in Italy is Juve. That's the only upgrade.
Yeah, where do you see him there?
Juve saying they don't want him necessarily, but he could do that. If Bleep is still there, I don't know if he really wants to play with Icardi. Honestly, I feel like he'd rather play with Higuain, even though I don't know if Higuain's on loan at Chelsea, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it was Bleep. Right?
But I think he'd rather play with him than Icardi. You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. This is what I think. I don't know, obviously. I think that Juve had to get rid of Higuain, had to ship Higuain because of the wages.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Yeah. But if Icardi's going to come in, you got to pay him similar wages. So you might as well just have Higuain who's better. And Icardi's like whatever.
Yeah.
And here's another thing too. This is another thing I want to say about Icardi. For all the talk about Icardi, how come nobody wants him? He's been the captain since 2015. He won the Pichichi. He's done all these things. If he was so good this summer, somebody would have got him. After scoring 29 goals.
Yeah.
Higuain scored 30-something goals. Juve got him.
Could be a hard bargain.
Why?
It could be that Inter's pushing it really hard to sell him.
Higuain scored 30-something goals. Higuain won the Pichichi. Juve got him 100-something million, 90 million or whatever.
Yeah.
Teams buy good players and bad players. If Icardi was so good, where's the Chelseas? Where's the Man United? Where's the Bayern? Where's the PSG? Where are they?
That's true.
If he's that good, they buy the players. Even when a player ain't even that good, but they just scored some goals, they get bought. Nobody's trying to get this guy.
This is my question though. What Icardi, like, maybe teams are like, what am I really paying for?
Well, on paper, it's a guy that scores a lot of goals,
Yeah,
and he does that.
That's true.
But like when you watch I remember I watched Inter play Tottenham in the Champions League group stage. So I think it was the first game. Icardi ended the game, scored a beautiful goal outside the box. I expect that from him.
Yeah,
but as a all around number 9, he's nothing special, dude. Like nothing special.
I remember he getting on those Argentina teams and can't even crack a starting lineup. And when he does, I'm like,
he didn't do anything. I watched when he played that first time. He didn't do jack.
Yeah.
He's like scared, you know. But I understand that, whatever. Like you might be scared because like if you get injured or something, everybody's gonna be laughing at you. But
oh yeah,
I'm just like, okay, can we not cap about Icardi B? Like he's just not that guy. He scored a lot of goals in Italy, but you got to look beyond the numbers. And
true.
I think that since these big teams. How much did Man U play for Lukaku?
But a lot. A lot of weekly wages too.
Lukaku never got close to no Pichichi. He didn't win. Well, maybe he did actually.
Wait, never got close.
Well, he didn't win the Pichichi. He didn't. He's not like
this month. You talking him?
He's not like some super big name. But they went and they paid the money for the guy.
I could see Icardi going to like Bayern or something.
I guess, but like,
if
I can see that. I can see that too. But like, even with that, it's like, you know, maybe he won't have success there. He's really a Serie A player. Like, this is what he really is. We'll see what happens. But it just, for the people talking about he's so great and he's so good, how come nobody got him, dude?
Yeah.
Like, how come nobody got him?
It's true.
When you win, Cavani won the Pichichi and for Napoli. I don't know if it was the next year or the year after that. PSG breaking the bank for him. Teams break the bank for good players.
Yeah, especially when you have 2 Pichichis already, basically. Like, it's really strange. I mean, I think that he's kind of shrouded in a little controversy based upon the Maxi thing. I mean, however corny it is to me, I get it. Like, I'm just saying that there's like perception about that, and there's like, and it's different out there, and there's a lot of hate still about that. And it's really weird.
I think it's over though, dog.
I don't think it's over for. I'm gonna keep it real.
You think they still are holding him back off that?
I think I'm gonna keep it. I think they are. It's gotta be one of the reasons, because it does actually make sense to me. I'm not gonna act like some of these like clubs are smart enough to realize like what his skill set overall is and just go off basis paperwork.
Really?
Like,
yeah,
because there's players out there. There's garbage players out there getting dummy money right now who don't really do much.
You could be right. You could be right. I don't know.
I think it has something to do with that, because I think that was kind of like a code thing with players. Like, he kind of did something that was kind of like a locker room code. You kind of broke heavy. Like, you didn't just like you didn't just like
hey man,
I'm over it. You didn't just like mess with like a staff member. This is straight up like in the locker room, homie. So, same locker room. So you might have broken a locker room code. That get you on the
3 kids too.
Get you on that list, buddy.
Like, okay,
3 of them.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Because like also like I always hate when like the media still talk about that. Like,
me too. No, I do too.
But you could be right that the teams are looking at that like, nah, bro, we don't want to touch it. That could be the case because. You're right. They do pay money for players that are whatever.
There's so many players out there who get money. I'm like, you're not even worth that, dude.
Sorry, this month. You got 8 days.
Like, yeah, there's some players who definitely, you're like, you're not worth that 9 days. You're not even worth that. Like, you're really not. So it's like, so me, I'm like, no, they're not smart enough to know the difference. They're not smart enough to know the difference.
They're just like, nah, you did that Wanda stuff, and we can't rock with it.
Yeah.
I wonder. You know. Either way, I mean, damn, I hope that's not the case. I hope it's old and it's over and it is what it is.
Sometimes these teams
apparently
really,
she's
really
drama. Apparently she'd be online and doing a lot. Apparently. I mean,
sometimes I really wish I could read Italian because I want to read somebody's posts.
Oh, no, she like, I know that she does a lot on social media. I'm not really interested to like look at the details. I don't really care that much. But, I mean, she does a lot on social media. Is it like, because, you know, she's his agent also. So,
God, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, like...
Yeah, no, I'm good. They're like, oh, yeah, you want to get him? Yeah. Who's agent? Oh, her? I'm good, dog.
Yeah, I mean...
Where's Dzeko at? Dzeko doing what Dzeko doing?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Mobile?
but, like, Icardi, even... Let's say that's not the case. He's just really not that serious.
Yeah,
he's just really not that serious.
Even if this wasn't attached to him...
Although somebody would have bought him, though.
Yeah, dog, I'm telling you, dog. I just think that's what it is. And then, like... Damn. If someone would have bought him, I'd have been like, yeah, he's really not worth that, but go ahead and enjoy.
Yeah, because that's what you do all the time.
He might do his thing in EPL or something.
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so. I don't think he can play in EPL. I don't think he can play in France. I don't think... No.
He can play Germany.
I think so. You know, I could say that because I don't really watch Germany like that. But I think he could play for Bayern.
Paco Alcacer is scoring goals in BB right now. He's like leading the league in Germany.
Yeah.
Then Icardi can get it off.
But they're different kind of players, though. They're different kind of players. Mm-hmm. Icardi's a poacher. He just stands around, dog. He don't run ever. Like, he doesn't run, dog.
He's such a tree.
Yeah, he's a poacher for show.
Yeah. For show.
And he's not swagged up like Falcao, so it just don't really give you that same feeling.
Swagged up.
Falcao's swagged up. The real Falcao, not that Brazilian one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like Falcao swag.
They meant futsal Falcao. Brazilian legend is better than Neymar.
They gonna come for you.
They don't listen to the show, man. I got 2 downloads down there.
This is true. No, we got more than that. Okay, but yeah, I thought that was interesting, and I wanted to go deep dive because your boy Serie A, Bam. I've been watching a game for real this season, but
I don't miss Italian league.
Yeah. Okay, Caesar. There's still a lot to talk about. I don't know how long this episode's going to be. I try to keep it under 2 hours.
Jesus.
Okay, there's an here at We Made It Podcast at WeMadeItPodcast.com. We Made It Podcast at We Made It Podcast on all social media.
We made a podcast. So we made a podcast.
We got to talk about the things that don't get talked about in the mainstream.
Absolutely, we do.
And they should be talked about because they're written about, which is where we find them.
Wow, that was a sentence.
Yeah. This is by Sid Lowe in The Guardian. I'll read the title. Atletico Madrid investigate after former youth coach admits sexual abuse.
Oh, God.
Atletico Madrid have severed their relationship with the man who ran their youth system for 20 years and launched an investigation after he admitted sexually abusing a boy in his charge at the Catholic boarding school where he lived and worked. Friar Manuel Briñas, who was 88, is known as the man who discovered Fernando Torres. He told El País that it had happened once, maybe twice in the 70s, and that he stopped immediately. But his version does not tally with that of the victim and 4 other former students who have come forward with testimonies of abuse, according to the newspaper. There have been no accusations from players at Atletico, and the club's statement said no grounds for the slightest suspicion. Interesting. It looks like they're covering up for the guy.
Bleep.
But they have begun an investigation.
So
Atletico will also review their protocol for the protection of young players. The director of the school where Briñas worked expresses total shock at the revelations. Damn, they're putting people's names out here. He admitted to abusing some people in the 70s or whatever. But, Atletico is going to investigate after this guy. There he is. Admitted to abusing young children. We've talked about abuse of children at academies and stuff at least 3 times, I would say. One in Argentina, one in the UK.
Yeah.
And maybe there was another one too. But at least twice, I'll say. Because we does this and we care about the kids and it's something important to talk about.
You know what? I think we stressed it before on the show. It's just, I think it's really important that you got to empathize with it because it's a really big step for a lot of parents to sign off for their children to go away on these academies and teams that sometimes are outside their continent.
Yeah.
And, think about it. Like, Messi, I think, left at, 13, 14.
Something like that.
There's players that come from, Africa, Australia, whatever, just around the world.
Players that come from really poor families.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you come from some, rural place in Spain?
There was a player that came out of, Sri Lanka or something like that and was playing for Ajax or something like that. I'm like, geez, can you imagine your child? You come from...
Well, he might have been rich, but...
Yeah, no, but still, it doesn't your kid goes from there to all the way to the Netherlands?
But imagine, you come from some rural, small city, town, village in Spain, and you're going to Madrid, and, God forbid some person starts, making those moves, and you might feel like, well, as a young child, if I say something, then I gotta leave, and then I'm trying to be here to become a professional, take care of my family because we're poor.
Yeah, sometimes
you know what I mean. It's just really messed up.
There's people like that who like to manipulate children,
They're
especially children in those situations, and tell them that blah, 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 there's sacrifice, blah, blah, things they got to do. Who knows what's going on in their mindset about what they need to do to give back, because they might think it's not acceptable for them to be able to go back home and say, oh, I wasn't able to give our whole family an opportunity to become successful because one guy was kind of being creepy. You honestly probably just not going to be able to fathom that and be able to get away with that.
It's really a shame to put a young child in that situation.
It all
a
comes
terrible piece of shit.
Absolutely, but it all comes from the construct of the way football is nowadays. You're setting up a sport that puts so much pressure on the lives of young children to perform and peak and then grow and then become successful and good players. There's a lot of pressure because they're starting at a low level.
I don't think that's bad, but the first priority should be protecting the child.
Safety always has to come first,
and not just their safety physically, mentally too.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean,
because imagine how many players. Look at. I mean, obviously, I don't know if this happened. I'm just speculating, but you wouldn't be surprised if you heard something like that happen to Adriano.
I wouldn't honestly. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't be surprised. You'd be like, damn, that makes sense.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened to like Vinicius Jr. Like it doesn't matter. Like
well, I'm talking about because Adriano's career path.
No, of course. I'm just saying like you wouldn't be surprised that all these people have gone through stuff. So
this month you bring in Vinicius this month.
I mean Adriano. What do you mean?
There's a big difference there.
On what?
You know. Okay, stop.
Come on, man. This segment. No, so I just think that it's really a shame, and I think people need to really understand that in order for these things to get better, I think there needs to be more responsibility being put on the clubs.
Yes,
clubs need to take more responsibility for these actions because you're taking guardianship over other people's children, and if these situations happen under guardianship of their parents, there might be different repercussions that I don't think these clubs might be suffering through.
Yeah, imagine so some dad come in there and shoot that joint up.
I sign off for my child at 10 years old, 11 years old to join your academy. I expect my child to be just as safe, if not more, at your club than in my own household.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. That's a stipulation if you want my child to one day be a successful athlete for your club.
Think about Griezmann. He went to Spain at a very young age. He started playing for Real Sociedad Academy.
Yeah, very multicultural young man.
Out there in the Basque Country. So yeah, I mean, it's a shame, and we don't know the details because they're still going to investigate, and maybe nothing happened there at Atleti, but I hope not, because when they did that, and this story kind of got swept under the rug. When they did that hotline in the UK for the academies, people got abused. That it blew up. And they kind of swept that story under the rug, We talked about it here, but even like we didn't go into the details that I mean I've seen more details from it, but like there was a lot going on, sadly. So they got to protect the children. That's literally the first priority of the club, and I think if a club kind of markets themselves that way, almost like our first priority. I mean, I'm sure they say that, but like. Don't let me be the youth academy director. I'll be like, hey, you heard what happened at Letty? You heard what happened at Oxford? You heard what happened at... I'll be like, that don't happen United. That don't happen here, yo.
Not these parts.
Yeah. But yeah, people should go like read up on the story and know what's going on in the sport. Okay, Caesar. Where are we at? Hour 20? All right. Your boy Colin Kaepernick, him and Eric Reed have settled their collusion lawsuit against the NFL. The lawyers for the athlete and the league said Friday, this is last week, Kaepernick and former teammate Eric Reed, who both took knees during the national anthem before games in 2016 as a way to protest against police brutality. This says systematic racism. Well, I guess that's the same thing. Part of the same thing. Have filed a grievance against the league for allegedly colluding against them to keep them from playing. Obviously, Eric Reed got back in the league last season, but Kaepernick is still out of the league. They said that one of the stipulations, Kaepernick's 31. He's been he hasn't played in 2 years. He played 6 years for the 49ers. But one of the biggest stipulations of this settlement was they can't reveal the amount of money. So I've seen like speculation. I've seen 20 million. I saw 60 million. I don't know which one's the truth, but the lawsuit was settled. Kaepernick's lawyer, obviously Colin Kaepernick hasn't really said much in the media, but his lawyer came out. Okay, his lawyer came out and said that he may end up playing for the Panthers or the Patriots. Now, my question to you, Caesar, is he a sellout if he goes back and plays after they settling that lawsuit?
Hell yeah! Are you kidding me? I thought the settlement was whack in general. I'm gonna keep it real because I think that because let's take 3 avenues in this in terms of what the situation is. We're talking about since Kaepernick has begun this, he became on a quest to be. He emerged as like almost like a figurehead for African Americans and injustices that occurred to them in the football league and also across the nation, across the board, whether it's police violence, everything. He was a figure point, a spearhead. He's part of the Nike campaign. He was the face of everything embodying that. The Black Power and the Afro, everything was going on in that order, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that if there's 3 avenues, I'm just gonna keep it real. If you and we're talking about historically people in the past who've been African Americans who've been big time in terms of trying to make a change and make an impact. Right, we're talking about these people because let's keep it real. In this generation, he's kind of like in like the recent years, he's kind of like the face popularity-wise of this kind of like movement kind of thing that's going on. He's kind of the face of it.
Is this still number one?
I'm getting to that.
Okay,
Relax, okay. Just go stare at the fan or some shit.
Okay.
So my thing is just like, I thought that like this would be a good place for, even if you wrote out that loss, you wrote out the lawsuit against the NFL and you lost. Public opinion would have been like, well, yeah, of course you lost.
So you feel like it was a money grab?
I thought like it was kind of whack. They took the money route to get out because it's like, even if you lost the case, no one's gonna be like, oh yeah, well, see, justice prevailed and they proved him wrong. He was incorrect. They'd have been like, of course he lost. NFL's a machine. Blah blah blah. They got all this billions. He's a player.
I feel you on that.
I would have been like, yeah, you're not gonna beat them, but I appreciate you trying.
Yeah, and then
you went out there.
You get to see the case in public.
You rode Goodell all the way up. Just as like, if you could get Goodell in that damn courtroom talking on a mic, you fucking won. Yeah. That day you won. Like, it doesn't matter. You won right there.
Yeah.
And when they're making that 30 for 30 crap, you're going to have the Goodell over there talking on a mic, speaking on why the owners were actually not signing him because of his talent level or some BS.
Jerry Jones in them.
You got to see the guy, the Texans owner said it's a state, the prison,
asylum,
whatever he called it.
Okay,
so
I feel that. Okay,
that's my avenue. Number two, if
I'm trying to help you out.
Number two, I think number two, a big way to do it was if you don't have stipulations upon what is released. You don't have stipulations regarding the release, regarding the lawsuit, and there's not your lawyer talking about you might play for the Patriots or Panthers. Like, that's not what this is like necessarily about. Yes, we're all upset that you're not playing for teams, right? Why the fuck is your lawyer coming over here telling me for some damn team you're gonna play for? Is your lawyer Adam Schefter? I don't care about your lawyer and revealing what teams they might be low key talking to.
Yeah.
The lawyer should have been like, well, now he's back and he's gonna be in the free agency market and we're gonna see how it goes from there. But hopefully something happens, and then if it happens, then there's a feel good feeling after that. Like, oh look, he went to free agency. Off season's here. He got signed. Boom, we're here. You're telling me he might be on teams that already have star quarterbacks. He's already going to be there. Like, you're telling me, like, it just feels weird to me. It feels whack.
I mean, I feel you, especially going back to the first one too. Like when the NFL settles, they're not admitting guilt.
No, a settlement is not admission of guilt. Yeah. The same thing with the CTE situation. It's not admission of guilt.
No, it's not.
No, it's just like
it's just like, here, take this money and shut up.
To me, that avenue is the quickest way for us to forget and move on. Mm-hmm. That's how the settlement is, because that's just how it is. Me, I'm like, okay, like you, if it's 60 million, whatever it is, like, look, I know this is not fair. I know it's not fair, but don't be in my life talking about you're a freedom fighter or whatever's going on if you're not a freedom fighter.
Yeah, you took that money.
Because you took the money, dog. It just like there's people in the past, you know.
What if he breaks the contract?
Literally, this happened on Black History Month, and all month long, one of my favorite Instagram pages, Free Discussion Society, has dropped countless names talking about people who had a major impact in not only African American life, just American lives in general, historical lives around the world. So I think that, like, I'm not putting him there, but I feel like a lot of people like to put him in that area.
Yeah, for sure.
And when the Kaepernick starts happening, we start talking about him. Remember that beginning of Rising? And we're like, I mean, is he really about this life? Blah, blah, blah. There was already a discussion in the beginning. Now we're seeing black jerseys with his name on it, and it's like Black Power thing going on. So it's like, hey, man, if you're going to be along with those people, it's just like, it really means a lot to me, personally, just me being selfish, that you ride out the wave. Your failure and success is not determined by a damn mallet of some judge who doesn't care about this or doesn't see the bigger picture. He's just reading out the documents from a plaintiff and a defendant, and he's going off of that. You bringing Goodell in there, you bringing everybody. What's the old guy's name? What was the previous commissioner?
Tagliabue.
Bring Tagliabue back, but Tagliabue ain't doing nothing.
Bring Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah, bring Condoleezza Rice because she was a nominee.
Bring Jimmy Haslam, the owner of the Browns, who got ran down by the feds.
Bring him out.
Bring the guy from the Colts who was riding around with the pills in the car.
Bring them all. Bring Jim Irsay from the Colts.
Riding around with pills and guns or something. Allegedly.
I don't know how I know Jim Irsay. Jim Irsay, get over here.
He was over here running pills.
Yeah, bring them all in here.
Got ran down on by the state troopers. He had pills.
Slanging Adderall pills in the back. Bring them all in, because that day is a win in history. Like that's, if you're about this life, that should be your when you can go home to your wife and say, you know what, look, like, you know, I'm not throwing this football right now. Maybe like I'm not doing this, and this costs a lot of money. But I think that we show that you don't give up, you don't accept, and you don't do this. Now, if he'd be like, "Oh, I wasn't trying to do that," cool. Didn't take down that because you're not about that life right now. Like, to me, you're not about that life. Don't be doing this campaign, encouraging this and that, and standing up and rising against, but then taking settlements. That's just the whack to me. Like, when people get upset about people taking settlements in terms of like criminal cases, that's different to me. That's different. But when you're talking about something that you're going one-on-one against a corporation that's notoriously been known for some, you know, some racist and shady business dealings, and you took a settlement. That's lame to me. That's my final point. I'm not trying to attack Kaepernick, but I'm just saying that
you are.
I'm not trying to attack him. I just think that his action was whack to me.
Okay. Another thing I think is kind of whack too. Like I remember like the whole Super Bowl, like who's playing in the Super Bowl thing came up, and like I'm like, yo, dude, like he got his girlfriend Vanessa and Ebro is like talking for him. I'm like, yo, like
talking online. Why did act like he's like silent? Why is this some enigma? Is he an enigma to me? Is that what he is?
Like I don't really like.
Is he just like this?
I can't really pretend that. Is
you think you think he was in bed like, oh no, tell Ebro he wet.
Yeah, no, like Ebro and his girlfriend who both work at Hots 97 are like his spokespeople, and I'm like, they're like attacking people online. They're attacking Big Boy and Travis Scott, whatever. And I'm just like, yo, like. I want to hear from the dude that was in the commercial. Like, I don't like. How am I supposed to know that what Ebro or what Vanessa is saying is even what he thinks? Because if they say something wrong, is he going to come out and say like, no, that's not actually what I thought? Like,
wasn't he like on ESPN magazine cover or something like that? Wasn't he like that like during this era? Wasn't he something
the naked
big?
One?
Wasn't he something like that? He was in something big, right? Some kind of
cover. He was in the naked joint.
He was
some years back, like 5 years ago.
That was recent. But then more recently, he was in something big too. He did a big spread somewhere.
I can't remember.
Like there's like this like weird thing where it's like we got to pretend like he's some like ghostly figure.
Yeah,
that's like too busy to be here, and like
a part of me feels like they're better than us.
Like, am I supposed to believe that he's just out like in like Somalia individually handing out like help to people? Like no, dog. Like you got a phone, you have a voice, and you like you literally you have a voice.
And
like
we want to hear from you
when you speak. Like we're listening.
Power.
We're all listening.
This is another thing too. Like
your lawyers making statements for what team you're going to play
for the second time. There's another thing too. Like there's power in the media, and obviously the outlets can manipulate things and take things wherever they want it.
Yeah.
But when you don't express yourself, like you're giving them license to make up things for you. And the one thing I remember, this kind of bugged me. When Marshawn Lynch I guess it was before the Super Bowl or like his like press conference, he would just be like, "I'm here so I don't get fined." I'm like, dude, this is totally different from Kaepernick.
Absolutely.
I'm like, yo, like you're a public figure. You're getting paid a lot. You don't get paid for running the ball down the field. You get paid because media covers you running the ball down the field. Like the players got to and then what's his name? Kevin Durant recently like went off on the media. I'm like, dog, like you get paid because of the media. Everybody around the country is dribbling the ball up and down the court. You get paid because somebody's covering you dribbling the ball up and down the court. So the players and some people, and also I think Kaepernick too, but this is a little bit different. I'll go back to Kaepernick. The players need to understand, like, the media is vital for your profession. That's the most vital thing. Mm-hmm. Kaepernick, I'm like, dog, I don't know him personally, obviously. I don't know, like, the strategic nature of what he's doing without
There's
making a
definitely
statement.
some kind of plan.
But
what they're doing.
But
it's planned.
I would rather hear
it's navigated. I guess. It's navigated in a calculated way.
I hope so. But I'd rather hear from you than like Nessa and Ebro at Hot 97. I'd rather hear from you because you're the one that made the sacrifice. You're the one that made the
I don't want to hear from his camp.
No, I want to hear from you. And if you don't have really much to say, then why are they speaking for you?
His lawyer, Nessa, Ebro, I don't like it. None of them look. When it comes to being an individual who's trying to bring about change, because you were speaking on on what I felt were human rights abuses that
Absolutely.
police officers were doing.
Constitutional abuse.
Constitutional abuse.
We've seen them videos.
Terrible things happen to kids.
Run down on Tamir Rice.
People, not only black, but all races in America were being abused constantly on the regular. By
Richard Schumer, Florida. Look him up. I think that was his name.
The dude that the dog was attacking him.
In Utah, yeah, that white guy. Look at dog attack in Utah.
You know, you were willing to speak on that. But the one thing that was important, because now it's a conclusion of this big lawsuit of what's going on here. It's over now.
Literally, we can say, I'm sorry, we can say definitively that the NFL did not collude against you.
Yeah.
Because it's over now.
You agreed on legitimate.
It's over now.
Like, to me, like that's like honestly really whack to me. And you know,
Muhammad Ali went to jail.
I'll just be real on here.
Martin Luther King went to jail.
When this first Mandela did, when I first started listening to this, I was like kind of skeptical on what he was doing, and I'm not trying to undermine like what he's done.
He did make a big sacrifice.
He did make a big sacrifice, and I was like, "Yo, is he really about this life?" I'm like, "Hey, he might be college tricks. Who knows what's going on?" Like, because I was like, you know, just a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, you was in the club over there wilding out. So what happened? Like,
somebody was busting guns or something.
Did he have an accident? You're like, I gotta turn my life around. But, you know, you made a big stance, and I never hated on him for that. I'm like, look,
that. I can respect
me too. I was like, yo,
he did that for all of us.
You sacrificed all that. Like, you sacrificed all of it. Like, there was no reason why you weren't going to be playing anymore. You were doing fine. You were very decent. Like, it was cool. You did that, and I thought that to lead to this is like almost like that sound, like wah wah wah, like you know what I mean, like
that.
Yeah, because it's just like all these people that are writing for you, all these people that kind of were looking to you. People online going super hard for Kaepernick every year. I mean, goddamn it, it's true. You got Kirk Cousins getting $80 million contracts here, and
every time they bring up Colin
Kaepernick, I'm like, how he didn't get signed? I agreed. I'm like,
absolutely,
for real,
yeah. Nate
absolutely.
Peterman and
I feel like Christian Ponder's still on a team somewhere.
Ponder. It's Migos.
Yeah, it was a banger, but you know, I just think that like to end it like this, it's just like, come on, dog. You know, I mean. I guess get it while you get it. And also, just stop, like you said, having other people speak up on you is really whack, because it's really important that you address your actions, because this is about you.
Yeah.
Ebro's not sacrificing his career. Nessa's not sacrificing his career. Your lawyer's not sacrificing his career. They're representing, they're speaking upon you, but they're not personally liable. Yeah. They're not personally getting their lives affected by it.
Yeah.
Like, they may have changed their life, but you, sir, your name is attached to this. Yeah. We're talking about Kaepernick every week.
Yeah.
So you are about this, so you need to talk and go on there and be like, look, he should have put a video out like he did before for stuff and said, this is the conclusion of what happened. Reason for my action. If you don't want to give reasons, cool. Just say, this is what happened, and hopefully I'll be playing for the Patriots Panthers, and close it. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's done. I'm done. He's done. I'm done.
Yeah, just say I'm still trying to play.
Just don't. I'm sorry though. Like at the conclusion of this, relax on where you're putting him in terms of what he was doing for the movement. Because to me, it was like,
does he lose that freedom fighter status?
For
now, I'm
gonna keep it. It's pending right now. It's on juvie right now. It's on parole. It's on parole because. Damn, I'm so happy I'm able to determine that. But like what I've done. Okay. So like it's on parole because you ran the race but you didn't finish the mile.
Ooh.
To me, I'm like, you did 3 laps, yo. You didn't get the last lap in. It's really whack to me. It's like this. You couldn't wait till March to do this crap. You settled in Black History Month. You wanted to settle with the NFL?
Nobody care about Black History Month except for me. Okay, Caesar, last thing. We're going to talk about the NFL. We were going to talk about that dude that got arrested in UAE for wearing the Cutter jersey, but whatever. We're going to skip it because it's too long.
Free the
homie. Celebrating Black History Month.
It's a celebration, damn it. It's a celebration.
Collette Smith made history in football, when she became the first African-American female coach in the NFL and the first female coach in the New York Jets history.
Okay.
There's an interview with her. I want to say this is let me see, get the name of this website. womensportsfoundation.org, celebrating Black History Month. Oh wow, I just reloaded it. An article done by an interview done by Kristen Gowdy. Really cool. You know, I don't think anybody would know that there was a black woman coach, especially on the Jets.
When did this happen?
I'm trying to see when she became the coach there. This is a cool interview, though. I read the interview, but I kind of can't remember it now. But she did talk about like some of her inspirations. She said, who were some people that inspired you? She talked about Oprah, Serena Williams also. I'm trying to see when she became a coach, though. Because I feel like they didn't say.
I don't even think a single person... I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know about this.
Me either.
Thanks for letting the world know. That's huge.
Yeah, no, that's really dope.
That's really cool.
She played a free safety for the New York Sharks, which was a women's professional team.
That's fresh. And free safety, Jesus.
Right? Yeah, they don't.
What does she coach? Like, what does she do?
What position?
She's a position coach?
I feel like they don't even say that.
Jesus Christ. What's her name?
I can find out. I mean, yeah, you can look it up right now. It is Collette Smith.
Okay.
I know you don't know how to spell Collette.
I did. Is it like this? That's a pretty good attempt, though.
Collette.
That was a good attempt, though.
Fob life over here.
That's not fob.
She said that she developed an interest in football because it was a way for her to get closer to her dad. Her dad was a big football fan. Why in the world doesn't
she made her debut coaching during the team's opening summer practice July 28th? So she made a debut this summer.
This past summer?
Yeah, she was a debut during the practice team in the summer.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean it's cool because there's a lot of people, women and black people and stuff, breaking barriers out here. It is Black History Month, and something I like to do during Black History Month is like
she's an assistant defensive coach.
Okay, cool. I'm down for that.
That's cool. I mean, she's
probably a defensive genius.
Like I'm sure you get on board, you're just like, wow.
Yeah. She's like, nah, but we got to do this zone blitz here because this formation.
And then they talk to the defensive coordinator. What do you want to do? Blitz. Mm. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah. They do that. Yeah, that's cool. I'm sure she probably goes hard.
Yeah, I'm sure she does. That's dope.
Is she the first of all time?
She's the first black woman.
Okay, because it said she's actually the third female coach.
Yeah, there was another woman. I feel like last season too.
That's crazy. I didn't know this.
Yeah, there's a few. But yeah, I like to.
Congratulations! Big congratulations for we made it to her. That's an amazing feat in itself.
Yeah, Colin
Smith. You sound like an amazing individual. I only hope nothing but the best for them. Like that's really awesome.
Hope we can get an interview with her.
Yeah, come on.
Be like, who's your favorite linebacker of all time? She'd be like, Andy Katzenmoyer, of course. But I like to point out different.
What if she like Teddy Bruschi? But that's whack.
Yeah, I never was a big fan.
I hate Teddy Bruschi.
Yeah. I like to put out different people throughout history and currently from the African diaspora.
What a word!
So people can know that who's been out here and who's been on the front lines fighting for rights and different things like that. Entertainers, freedom fighters, political figures, and all kinds of stuff. Because I think it's important, and whatever month is next, we'll rock for that too. Obviously, we made a podcast talk about everything, but that is episode 95. Is it? Boy,
95. 95. Shout out Colette Smith. Shout out everybody who's been putting in work. Everybody's been putting in
freedom
work.
Fighters.
Shout out all the fake freedom fighters selling out early and taking that check home.
Damn, cut that check. Soulja Boy song. Yeah, holla at your boy. We made a podcast. Yeah.